Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to the Dham Good Podcast.
Your favorite Hare Krishna lifestyle podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Prema Rupa.
And I'm Narayan.
And behind the camera, we have the talented
Sudevi. We also have our newest member of our family, the talented
Prema. Possibly joining us. Hopefully we don't scare him away today.
Yes. There's still time. Okay, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Do
Very
you
much.
think we always start off these episodes always tired and people think Mayapur is like, what do we do all day?
Just running.
Yes. Which I was like dashing
We
to
were
get
like
over
pulling
here.
rickshaws all day or something.
I was pulling a muscle getting over here.
I'm alright,
So far so good?
Yeah, what about you?
Not bad. I've been pretty busy, got a whole thing going on.
Yeah.
Came from the office. I threw out a bunch of paper from the office today.
Nice.
It was so satisfying. And my boss was there. He didn't know what was in them, so I got to throw away even more. I said, we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't. Half the office was like emptied of legal paperwork today. Yay. So plus for me.
And it was destroyed and whatever.
Destroyed.
Right?
So
Like
you can't go sifting through it, looking for gossip. I made sure they were ripped at
properly
least
disposed
2
of.
times.
I just came back from a trip to my husband's village.
Oh yes. What was your husband's village name?
The village, well, it's near Kantai.
Where's that?
It's in Mednipur.
Is that still in West Bengal?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was lovely. I made a slideshow and it's not working.
Oh.
I've been stressing out about it all week and it's not working.
It may be there or may not be there.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So we'll keep figuring that out. But we had a lovely village time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was very nice.
Which is basically like what, cooking all day and then.
Well, no.
That's it.
No, because they had a 24-hour kirtan. So we just sort of went to help with the kirtan a little bit, participate a little bit.
Just for like one day.
Yeah, it's 2 days, yeah.
2 days and then you came back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
So it was like 1 day going, and then 2 days of the program, and then 1 day coming all the way
Not
back.
bad.
That whole thing.
Not
So
bad.
yeah, it's always nice visiting.
You're visiting.
Not staying.
Otherwise Mashi will be like.
Have you ever stayed in a village?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was,
Like
but this
a
was. I
proper
wouldn't
village.
call this a village.
Okay.
It was Tattva farm in
Okay.
South India. No electricity, nothing, and it was just. It was actually quite chill. You get kind of desensitized to your digital needs and all that, and then you just chill in the village. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Did you like it?
I liked it. It was nice there. But I was a kid, so.
Okay.
I could have done it for like a week or 10 days or something like that. But Mayapur is enough village for me. I can't get any smaller than Mayapur right now.
Hello.
Yeah. So what's our getting to know you question?
Oh, so since I came back from the village, I wanted to know what type of vacation do you guys like to go on? What's your favorite kind of vacation?
Hopefully all expenses paid.
Okay.
Yes.
Other than that.
Yeah.
If you could go anywhere, do anything.
So you're asking the wrong person. I love to travel.
Then I'm asking the right person.
Then I don't like the question because I want to go everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, the type of vacationer I am is intellectual traveler.
Okay.
There's some people, which if she's watching this video, sorry girl, but they can just go in the forest and stay there in a tent and be happy as hell. No. I don't need bougie Ritz hotel, but I need to walk around. I need to see some shops and people and history, a little bit of cheesy tourism, but also a little bit of branching off on your own. If I've gone to somewhere I've never been before, I want to anchor myself and then branch out from there. So definitely beach, Europe vibes for sure. I'd be loving me some Italy, Greece. If I could go to Greece, I'd be so happy. Greece is a long-standing dream of mine. then wherever I can afford, which is
you like all that like
Thailand.
cultural, historic
Yes.
type.
Yes. Buildings, look at buildings, look at people watching. I like to people watch.
Right.
I don't need to get in there to like the local yak farmers in the top of Nepal and live with them for a month to understand their way. It's okay. Show up, take some pictures, learn the story, share, and move on to the next place. Like I can't do the whole grunge vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camping in the wilderness.
No,
surrounded by bears.
No. I'm more beach. I'm from Florida, okay? Like I need my beaches, you know, like so. Yeah, that's me. What about you?
Same. I think I'm kind of the same. Like something I love about India is like
that. You don't even want to try kombucha.
I didn't say I wanted to like drink the local drink.
Yeah,
I like like seeing historical things and it's that kind of thing. That's
visual.
what I meant. Yes, like
you wouldn't try anything new. Right?
No, never. I'll take a picture of it. I bet this was good. The caption.
Okay.
No, but I just like love learning about different cultures. I love looking at historical things and finding out all the nitty gritty weird aspects of stuff. Like I started doing temple videos around Mayapur and like it's just like you learn about like how Bhaktivinoda Thakur built the yoga pit and then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur like helped build it up more and how he actually created like a Nitai Pukur and a Gaur Pukur and there was a ladies ashram and all this like stuff that you never hear about if you go on like a regular like I just love learning all these weird
little nuggets.
Yeah, and it just like gives you such a fresh eye.
Perspective.
When you go there, because sometimes you just sort of go there and you're like Jai and you offer your obeisances.
Yeah.
But like when you learn about like how Bhaktivinoda Thakur went door to door, begging people for money so that he could collect for bricks because he wanted it to be a community temple and it was like built 1,600 bricks at a time, which is not a lot, right?
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
If I had to schlep 1,600 bricks, you'll be hearing from me. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
so, I mean, it was just like, it's just so far out, like, when you hear about all these little things and learning about these things. I can't do no laying by the beach. I feel like I'm wasting my time.
No. I can do laying by the beach.
No.
I can lay by the beach happily.
Really?
Because I can
I feel like
take
I'm
care of my
bored.
skin. I'm there in my
bored.
little eeny weeny itsy bitsy yellow polka dot bikini. And that's it for the first
People
time
see
today.
me in an itsy bitsy polka. They scream. You swear there was a tsunami. They're like, Lord of us!
I don't care. I'll be there full on. Like, I'll be there with my son. And that's it. And then, of course, you get bored of it. And then you go and you pack it all up. And then you go down to like the little Copacabana, whatever it is,
And you do nothing.
Wear your little coconut bra and hay skirt and fruit hat. Like, I see no problems with this. Like, I see no problems.
I don't know. Maybe
with
I've never had a vacation like that. So maybe for me, I just imagine it being boring. Like,
No. No. You have to try it.
Like, because I'm from Trinidad, so you'll go to the beach. There's like beaches, many nice beaches. But you go, you take the drive, it's nice, wow. And then you go there, you spend a couple hours, and you come back. But to like go to a resort, and then
resort, no, it has to be nature, a nature beach.
Yeah.
Then it's nice, like a resort. You can do resort too, but it's a little bit. You do nature. You have like an ocean where there's nobody. It's just you.
Yeah.
That was in Andaman when I went to Andaman. In certain parts of Thailand too. Absolutely beautiful. Malaysia too. Absolutely beautiful. No resort, but there's like a little. I don't know. You try it. You'll see.
Maybe.
You'll see.
Maybe.
What about you guys? What's your preferred vacation?
I mean, I haven't traveled much, so anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Okay, pick a place. First, number one place.
Number one.
I tell you, Prema Rupa and I have decided to pay your trip. Where are you going?
Okay, well then I'll pick the most expensive one, right? Because,
But like, what would that be?
What would that be?
Okay,
Because I could send you walking. That would be pretty expensive too. Medical bills.
Okay, realistically, probably somewhere like Bali. Malaysia.
Malaysia's
You know,
very
one of these,
nice.
like, you know, I heard a lot of stuff about Burma.
Burma.
You know, like, I'm, like,
Yes.
this whole, like, exotic kind of, like,
Yes.
even, like, in India, like, I've been, like, Meghalaya.
Okay.
Really?
Like,
You've been to Meghalaya?
Yeah, that's, like, one of the few places I went as a tourist. And, like, that, so, like, that kind of vibe, like, kind of, like, you know, tropical, or not necessarily tropical, but, like, kind of, like, natural, like, you know.
Are you the adventurous type? Like, you like mountain
Oh, yeah.
climbing?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like,
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't look it, but yeah, oh, yeah.
We'll
I'll
chill
be
on
like
the
looking
beach.
for the stairs somewhere. I'll be like, I got the picnic basket. You go. I'll be looking for the stairs somewhere.
Yeah, take pictures, let me know. I would go and I'd probably die halfway. Like, that's my vibe. I'm a very 50-50 person. Like, I want to go back to the top. And halfway be like, okay, I'll see y'all later. I'm going back.
Yeah, I'll maybe make it like 80%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you in this little journey of ours today? What's your travel vibe? Don't you dare say South Africa. We're already traumatized.
What is South Africa? What? I saw a crocodile.
South Africa is a vibe. Let me tell you, there's so much you can do. But aside from South Africa, I really want to visit Iceland, honestly.
Really?
So badly. I want to go to Iceland so bad.
What's the capital?
Don't.
I
went to
Reykjavik.
But yes, definitely want to visit Iceland. Go to the Blue Lagoon. I want to see the Northern Lights. I want to experience the Black Beach. I want to all that goodness.
Oh my god, that is a vibe. I could see
So
you
beautiful.
very well fitting in there.
Like, I love to see nature. I love to go hiking. I love to experience.
Another adventurous person.
Yes.
What are people doing?
Yeah.
So they go up the mountain, we stay with a picnic basket.
Exactly.
No, but at the same time, but at the same time, I don't want to be too austere, and I don't want to do anything too crazy, because I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm more cautious about a lot more stuff.
She's learning.
No, for real.
She's
Like, I was in Ganga the other day, I was scared to swim because I thought there was a snake.
Oh, why would there be a snake at Ganga?
Because there was a snake.
There's always snakes again, but they're river snakes. They literally do nothing.
No,
Yeah.
other snakes can also swim.
Not Chandraboras.
Well, you don't know. Maybe
What
this
about
one decided
cobras?
to swim.
Cobra
I
swim?
don't think that's right.
Anyway,
It's just
there's
river
just
snakes.
a lot of anxiety around that. So I feel like, back in the day when you're younger, more frivolous.
Like, oh my god, let's go grab the snake!
Yeah. But now it's like, it's different, I like to experience things that get me out of my comfort zone, basically.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Yeah. So anything like that. And I love the beach. I do.
Yeah.
But I also love the mountains.
Are you a beach boy?
Tough.
I spend a lot of time because I'm from Bulgaria.
Okay.
So I spend a lot of time on the beach. I like it, but it's just like like oversaturated.
Okay.
I've just been there too much,
I see. I'm a beach hoe. Can I say hoe?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hold up.
Hoe?
Yeah. We aren't monetized just yet. So.
Yeah, because she's like my little filter problem.
So
Like, you can't say this and you can't say that and you can't say this.
I also want to go to Japan.
Same.
Same.
Oh,
And you know
yeah.
it's cheap. And you know it's cheap.
It is so cheap.
Really?
I mean, we be thinking that Japan is expensive because they're so amazing that worthless individuals like us are not worthy to go to such a place without selling our grandmama's left teeth. But it's cheap.
Really?
It's like up and down for like 30,000 rupees.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's nothing.
Okay.
And accommodation and food, the most you'd spend staying there for 2 weeks is $1 lakh for one person.
Wait, no.
How's that?
How
Her and Samar.
How much do you
Girl,
Okay.
we are obviously not going on the same trip. She'll be there with the cherry blossoms and like the geisha and the
That's
warrior
not-
mask.
And I'm like
And I'll be there
desperately
eating, like,
walking
my
the
ramen.
street just trying to stay awake because I can't
That's
afford
not
it.
true. Okay, I was looking.
Eating people's leftover
Girl.
around the bar. You know?
No, I was looking at Airbnbs, and they're about 3,500 to 5,000 a day. Rupees.
Girl don't know what she's doing. I'll be finding 1,000 a day.
Where? If you're staying in a hostel,
He's even
yes.
3,500.
I will stay in one of those little fish cubicle hotel thingies.
But that's different.
But
Like
it'd
if
be
you're
cool.
going on your own, that's different. But
I'll
if
be going with
you're
friends and still stay in my cubicle. Why anybody gotta stay with me?
Because you're sharing a kitchen with people that aren't
kitchen.
vegetarian.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, then I go out and eat ramen somewhere Buddhist.
Okay, but that's expensive.
No.
So you eat out every day?
I've been going to the ISKCON temple. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, where my subject?
I'm here for the hard steak and the
But yes, I want to go to Japan.
Yes, okay, I'm with you there. We all going? We're going to Japan?
I think so.
Okay.
1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Dham
Going
Good
to
Productions, all expenses paid, executive trip.
Japan. Yeah.
This is for work.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. It's a write-off. It's a write-off. It's a work trip.
I'll teach you how to pay taxes later.
Okay. So, since we're talking about traveling, I wanted to talk more about travel in our Hare Krishna hot take.
Okay.
Because I think travel in India, it's such a unique experience.
Oh, hell
that-
yeah.
Very mildly put, yes, I
Yeah.
would have to agree. Very unique.
Yeah, very unique compared to anywhere else I've ever been. So,
It's
Yeah.
memorable, I would say.
yeah. And I was thinking about how, first of all, it takes, for some people, you ever notice, like, there's some people who come here, like, every year, every other year?
Yeah.
And some people who just can't seem to make it at all, even though they... What do you think that's
I have
about?
a theory.
Okay, tell.
Okay, this is my
I was
theory.
wondering, it just feels like I have an uncle and he desperately wants to come to India and then this be broken and that happen and somebody
No.
thief and then...
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? No?
Someone teething.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then the passport is expired by the
Yeah,
time
okay,
he's
okay.
ready. And then it's like,
All right, let me present to you, think mad scientist rummaging in his cupboard for his latest invention. My opinion. Right? So, I've seen this pattern a lot. People
Yeah.
want to come to Mayapur and it just does not work out.
Right.
And then people who keep coming on a regular basis. And one thing I've noticed with the people who can't come here, we gotta remember Mayapur is not a place. It's a person. Mayapur is living and breathing. You've got Lord Shiva controlling whether you can come in or not. You have to be called in here. And I've seen it time and a half. Like if you are not meant to come here, every which type of thing will just not work out. The passport, you get the passport, one of the pages falls off. The page that had the visa on it. And then, you can't get the signature, the pens run out of ink right at the last minute. Or, they want to get the plane, they lost the ticket. Like, every which type of thing. And I think what you really need to come to Mayapur in that situation is really ask. You need to want to come to Mayapur. Mayapur doesn't, some people be trouble causers up in here. They get kicked out very easily. Mayapur is full of mercy, but she doesn't take, it's Jagai Madai land, and Mahaprabhu came and he was merciful to all the fallen ones. Great. It's not like Vrindavan, which will punish you on the spot. Fine. But even Mayapur has its limits. You come with that deceptive mentality, Mayapur will kick you out.
Yeah.
And unless you want to come here really saying, please, Lord, save me, then it can be very difficult. Like Mayapur wants you to fight for it. What do you think about that?
I'm constantly trying to get out of this place. It's like...
Me too.
Really?
And that's the reverse side of it. Mayapur
Yeah.
wants you to stay.
Yeah.
Because we got work to do. Yeah. I'm
What
not
work
ready
do
for
I
that.
have? What's
Service,
it
girl, service.
do nothing here.
That's exactly what Mayapur wants to see. Because us lazy two bitches outside of here, like, Mayapur knows what's up. She's like a mama. She knows. It's like, you know what? I'm going to make sure you don't leave. Because if you go out, Lord knows when I'm going to see you again. You're going to be up to all kinds of trouble. I'll be up to no kinds of trouble. Like, all kinds of trouble. So, yeah, I think staying in Mayapur is one thing, to get out of. Just because we're in village life.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, travel to Mayapur. Forget the mystical side of it, I feel sorry for those who have to deal with visa.
Yes.
Do you deal with visa? You OCI?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
OCI, what do you mean?
Oh. You don't OCI?
Nah.
Okay, so, how is it? You go to the FRO?
Yeah, no, I mean now it's online actually for
Oh.
for us it's quite easy.
And does it work?
Yeah, everything's been quite good. Haven't
Okay.
had any too much issues, contrary to most people.
What is the issue that they give when they don't want to give you a visa? It's like, I don't like you, go away.
Well, that doesn't usually happen. I mean, if you're trying to get a new visa, that's a different story. But like, depends on like countries and like the ambassador and how nice the ambassador is and how favorable he is to devotees.
Do they give out a certain amount to each country? Is that
Not for devotees, like the X visas, X2s for devotees is usually, you know.
But I was just curious about what your take on that was, because I honestly, like I said, like I have a friend who's been trying to get here for like 4 years, and there's always something.
It's a
There's
person
something.
thing. I think it's a Mayapur person.
Do you think it's also like it depends on how much you desire it?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Because Mahaprabhu, when he was here, so number one, that's the first element. So it's like it's God himself, it's Krishna himself. He personally handpicked, that's the second element. So on top of you being selected by Mahaprabhu, you are handpicking few, and that few was like 4 or 5 devotees to come to Mayapur. Which means this place is very rare to get into. Which means the fact that we're here now is due to mercy. So I always found that you want to get into Mayapur, you got to pray for other people's behalf. The Lord listens if someone from the inside is like, I was doing this for my friend, like my friend Jen wanted to come to Mayapur and it was very difficult for her, and I said, my Lord, just make it happen. She deserves to come here. She's a good girl, she is. So please open the way, pave the way, just let it happen. And lo and behold, a few days later, visa stuff sorted out, plane stuff sorted out, like timing stuff just aligned, like something you gotta desire, you gotta ask Mayapur, you have to develop that relationship. It's like me wanting to go to China and not fitting in the cultural vibe, like there will be some rejection either locally or from the government, like you have to want to come into Mayapur with the right mind space, it's just, it's not a privilege. No, it is a privilege, it's not a right.
Yeah. For sure.
And that's what I would say.
Yeah, and you gotta really want it.
What else?
Like make it a priority, I guess. So transport in India. So traveling in India is also the unique
Oh my God. Okay.
aspect.
Which one do we want to
India.
tackle?
Because on one hand, it's very easy.
And on the other hand, it's not.
On the other hand, it's like you burn and die.
Yeah. First of all, learn the local language. Can I just say this?
Yeah.
Why are there people here who live here, who come to travel here, and don't speak a word of the local language?
And not like you have to be like,
Swami Vivekananda.
You don't have to be a Sanskrit scholar. Just be like, Kemara Chen, Balawachi.
Yeah, like 8 to count to 10 kind of
Yeah.
thing. My dad'd be here 45 years. He can't count to 20.
Really?
He cannot count to 20. What is that?
Why?
I don't know.
He doesn't speak any Bengali.
Like he thinks he speaks Bengali. He does not speak Bengali. Like, let me just dispel you of this rumor.
Yeah.
Like he does not speak Bengali.
Right.
So, it's like me wanting to go to the Philippines and just gonna wing it out on. Learn some of the language, get involved. India is not a place that's she'll swallow you up. I mean, like, we got the main 3 devils here, right? Trains, rickshaws, taxis.
Yeah.
That's the main transport of India.
Buses.
In the city.
Buses, I don't think is a problem. I think it's a quality problem.
Right. I guess.
But like getting a rickshaw and haggling for price is a skill set. Getting a taxi and being sure that you know where you're going is a skill set.
And haggling for the price.
Yes, and haggling, right?
Are you good at haggling? I'm terrible at it.
I like to think I am, but I think like my haggling is like I get 50 rupees off and I'm happy, when if I was really good I get like 500.
Yeah.
I'll be there like, no, I want this, the 350, like, I'll only give you 300. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, done. Donald Trump in the house. Now, Warren Buffett here today. And the guy's like, I ripped this guy off like 200 rupees. And I could have sold
This
him
guy
for
got
100.
money, keep going.
And I'm like, I just need a little win. Like, just that, I'm happy with that,
Yeah.
Like, I already thought, okay, I could pay 300 for it. You say 350, I say 300. You say, okay, great. Not this whole 300? My auntie's Pishi's Buri's Mashi's village from up in North Bhawanipur makes it for 30. I'll give you maximum 60, I'll curse your whole family line. And then you're like, what? How dare you insult me with this price? I'll never survive feeding all my children with all this. And this whole drama back and forth, just pay the money and go.
Yeah. And then when you like convert it back to US dollars, you're like, I'm haggling for 75 cents. Like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, well, I don't do conversion because I live and work here.
Right.
So the conversion
When
is
you
rupee to
first
rupee.
come here, it's always like, this is just $1. Like, why am I fighting for $1?
When I
And
was
then you're like, 60 rupees! What? You know how many apples I can buy? You know how much potato is? You know, like.
Yeah, man. Like the other day, the wood mystery came up to do some work and to saw like one leg, literally one leg off a table.
Yeah.
Plus like put a nail in the wall, but 500 rupees.
Hello, no.
I was like, hello, bye, thank you, next. Like it's you'll get ripped off in India unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So trains, rickshaws, taxis. Yeah. What's your go-to to pick a good taxi? Like how do you do it? What do you do?
I just do whatever my husband says and then just suffer afterwards.
This is not a storyline.
Okay.
How do you get your rickshaws?
Anyone that will. I'm pathetic. That's why I asked about the haggling. I think I'm good at. I know. I try. I don't even think I'm good. I try. They can see my insecurity.
And they exploit it.
Completely. They'll be like 100 rupees, and I'll say, no, I live here. I know it's only like 20 rupees, and they're like, no, 100 rupees, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go home.
I was the same. So I'll take it a little bit further. So they'll be like 100 rupees, and I'll be like, no, it's 20. They'll be like, no. Then I'll be like, huh. You know, like this sort of weird, fake annoyed, the walk off. Kind of like I'm gonna find somebody else so you can rot and die.
Yeah, I'll do all of that too.
And it never works.
Never
and then
works.
the next guy's like
Or
100 rupees, and I'm like, bruh.
My husband does this thing where he'll if we're buying something, right? And he'll be like, okay, how much is this? They'll say like 60 rupees. And he'll be like, the man over there said it's only 40 rupees, so I can only pay 40 rupees. Otherwise, I'll go buy it from the man over there. And then they're like, oh, okay, 40 rupees.
Oh, that's good.
If I do that,
that's because your Bengali has to be on fleek, because girls can get away with a lot. I have a friend, Roma. She's and I stole this one from her. And you need to be a little bit ballsy to pull this one off. So, it's 300. He say 200, 300, 200, 300, 200, 300. Here. 200, thank you, Mishtibai. You start taking the stuff. Thank you. And you just push it. And she did that. She literally be yanking.
I could not.
She got,
I could
yes.
not.
He was like, no, it's a hobe. And I was like, no, teek. Amar Mishtibai, Shonamaya.
No,
Walked off.
I start imagining them in like a little tin hut with their little tiny 4 children, and they're like, I have rice porridge.
Girl, you're from the city. No. We know it's all a scam. They got gold. You ever been to one of the Bengali weddings? There'd be gold flying around like you wouldn't believe. Everyone wearing the best saris. No. I gotta haggle and I gotta make sure I get a fair bargain, but I'm not that good. You know? So that's another one. And also doing the whole Mishti Bhai, Shona Bhai. Dead cutter for a negotiation. You start making them laugh. The other day, I went to go and get basil. I was on a paranoia of a fixation with pesto. I needed pesto that day. It was 10 o'clock at night. There was no basil to be found at Mani's. There was no basil to be found at my Hari
Oh,
shop.
me, I got plenty of basil and I never eat it.
I didn't know. What?
Yeah.
Do you like pesto?
I love it.
Okay, good. Respect. Kombucha can deal with, but pesto no. So I'm going around trying to find basil, and I end up in Vivek's shop. And I'm like, bhai, ami ektu basil kore dao? They're all like, no, I can't. Because it's late. Ratri hoye jabe, bhoot hasbe. Ghost will come. I said, don't worry about no ghost. Go and pick it up. It's okay. You know, ghosts, no problem. The Shingare will protect you.
Yeah.
You're like, no. Because of ghosts, they'll come at night, you know, and I don't know. And I was like, I know. It'll be okay. Go. I was like, push the cotton pesto.
Yeah.
Then in the end, I was like, I'll go up and cut it. Then they're all like, no. You can't go up
So
because
it's not
of
even
ghosts.
cut yet.
No, it's on the plant. They have plant. And they had to go and pick it.
Yeah.
So I didn't care that plant's gonna get eaten up anyway. So whether it's night or whether it's morning, bring it home. I need some pesto. I had the cashews ready, the olive oil ready, the black pepper ready, the hing ready, the salt ready. Everything was ready.
Yeah.
So, in the end, they didn't want to do it, and I just sat there and I go, Mishti bhai, Amar Shona bhai, Dada, Amar Mishti Dada. They're like, ooh. Trying not to like, ooh. I was like, Dada, please. The poor me card is the last line of defense. And it may or may not work, depending how stone cold hearted the vendor. Mishti bhai kore da, I'm like, Dada, please. Then he went up and did it. Finally, like the old burro went and got the bag and then went up and gave me this. Thank you, Amar Mishti, Mama Shona, Mama Mishti, thank you, Baba. Then I gave him an extra tip and kept him happy, and I went home and I vacuumed up that pesto like you wouldn't believe. So that's my story. Thanks for watching. So yeah, gotta learn haggle in India. You know, you gotta learn to travel. Trains, which by the way, trains is one major transportation here in India. If you haven't got onto it yet, I would personally recommend getting the ISKCON app.
Okay.
Yes, for train bookings. They are an agent, so the way trains work in India is everything's run and controlled by the Central Train Board, which is called the IRCTC, and they're the only ones with the authority to issue tickets for trains in India. So this app, ISKCON, is actually an agent which charges a little bit more, but the booking process is like almost Western in terms of design, in terms of user interface, in terms of information. You can order stuff. Did you know you can order Domino's pizza on a train now?
How do they find you?
Yeah, you can.
I was
Find
gobsmacked. You tell them your train number, you order a pizza, Sati did it,
Okay.
you know, and when the train comes to the station, there's somebody there waiting, they come to your seat, give you your pizza on train.
What?
What?
Yeah.
But
Is what I
how
said.
do you time it?
Yeah.
Not my problem.
How do
I
they
gave you
know?
my
Like.
$2.99.99 for a pizza. They just figure it out, although sometimes they might miss it
Yeah.
if the train's late. But that is one of the more intelligent innovations of India, like bringing me food to my train seat.
That's
And-
how lazy we be.
I love it though, because America doesn't even have it. They're lazier than we are. Like, yeah, they don't even have trains in India. In
In America, yeah. They have them, but they're not popular.
Or like Pan Am. No, not Pan Am. Trans Am.
Yeah.
Amtrak. Amtrak. Which goes from like Florida to nowhere.
Somewhere. I mean, they exist.
I know,
never
I've
been
seen
on
the
a
train lines because we have to cross them when we're driving, but I've never seen a train station
Yeah.
and they never go anywhere,
Yeah.
which is kind of shame. Like,
Yeah.
there should be like an Orlando, New York route, you know, a California, Texas kind of thing. Anyways.
Well, you know, talking about food on Indian trains, nothing like, you know, sleeping and then just waking up at like 6 a.m. to song like chai, chai, chai,
I
chai garam
love
chai,
it.
chai garam chai.
I'll be taking some chai, yeah.
Shingara, shingara, shingara.
Shingara, some papri, some papri.
Biryani.
There's a whole. It's like Thanda Jwal. Thanda
It's like
Jwal.
it's like an ambulance.
Music. You record it like set to a beat. That's amazing.
Yeah, they have to differentiate. It's like sounds of like birds, you know, like a bird call. Chana chot, chana chot, like coconut, chips. I actually love train life. Like, I could very happily be on a train and travel anywhere in India alone with a group. You know, like I love trains. But what I will not do is if it's a long journey, I'm doing anything under AC.
Yeah.
Don't do it, guys. Don't fall for it. Just don't be the kanju. It's like, I'm not gonna spend 500 rupees on a ticket. And then you're there crustified on some 25-hour train and like non-AC sleeper. It's like, just spend the money. It's a great experience. It's like a very bougie rip-off version of the Orient Express. Not even remotely close, but yeah. Get yourself some 2AC. It's a little bit more money, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, it's cleaner. It's cleaner. It's cleaner.
Relatively. Yeah.
Have you ever been on the cabin? 1AC?
Mm-hmm.
My God, I've never been on 1AC.
By accident.
By accident?
I mean, not by accident per
filmed
se,
it
but like we were in it. This is like the
Oh,
first time I came to
I
India.
didn't know this was 2C. I'm just
No,
gonna
the
sit
thing
here.
was we booked 2AC, right? And we were in January coming back to Mayapur. And sometimes they double book, you know, that kept happening through our trip the whole time. And they double booked us with somebody else. And they said, look, we have 1AC available. And the person didn't want to take 1AC. We were like, we'll take it. We don't
Like,
care.
you have to pay more?
No, because
Girl.
we double booked, so we took
Why?
it. And it was a 24-hour journey of just 1AC.
Wow.
It's a private cabin. It was so nice.
Wow.
I like that.
Then you bougie. I've never been 1AC.
I filmed in a 1AC.
Really? What did you film?
We were making a movie. The
What
Gurukul.
movie?
With the
Oh, okay, the
Gurukul.
Gurukul
With the
movie.
Gurukul, okay.
Yeah, and there was a scene where these boys get kidnapped in the middle of the night, and that happened in a 1AC compartment. So yes, we walked into 1AC compartment without a ticket.
Obviously,
The train sitting on the station, and we walked in. 2 guys dressed with black masks and carrying axes because they're the kidnappers.
Okay.
And-
oh God.
And yeah, it was. Let's just say we're tracking some looks.
Oh my
Were you
God.
like, let's just do the scene real quick so we
Yeah.
Well, we ended up getting kicked out halfway. We just
Really?
yeah,
Of
went-
the train?
We just went into the other door and we kept filming.
Oh my God. Wow.
It was an interesting experience, to say the least.
Okay, that's nice. I still want to do 1AC because
It's a little bit nicer. You
It's
know,
lush.
like you have a bathroom that's only shared between like those 3,
Like 5 people.
you know, like instead of like 60 or whatever.
Yes.
So that's kind of nice. But it's not like the highest quality bathroom.
Yeah, the only thing
You don't walk in and there's like do 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 do. You know, like,
Well,
there's like flowers in a corner. It's
you
like
go
it's
to
still a
non
nasty stanky girl.
No, you go to non-AC sleeper bathroom and then your tune will be different. Like da 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 da.
And the thing's like moving like this, and you're like, help me!
Can I confess something very weird?
Yes.
I'm about to bring it to light.
Oh my god.
Wait, is this okay?
I'm here for
Okay,
the
No, you guys have to understand
I'm
this.
here for it.
You will never look as good as you do on a crusty IRCTC train bathroom mirror. I said it.
What?
I be checking myself out in the mirror and I look so damn good.
Really?
In the bathroom mirror.
Huh.
It has the word, it's dirty, it's crusty, it's everything, but I be looking at myself like, oh my god, I be looking skinny?
I think because you're
What?
so like
It's so
Dehydrated.
dirty.
So
Yeah.
dirty.
See everything around
No,
us.
I don't know, but you guys gotta try it
you
out.
like
You guys gotta try it
diarrhea,
out.
your brains out. You're like, hello. you're like seeing people in the mirror. Like you're hallucinating.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Like, you guys have to do it. Next time you're on a train, look at yourself in the mirror. Just give yourself a little, and you'll see it looks very different from your home mirror. Your home mirror does not love you. Yeah, I tell you, train mirror love you. I'll be done. Crusty bathroom selfie time. Like, okay.
I'm constantly trying to avoid using the bathroom whenever I go out. I think as a woman, I don't know if you feel this way. You have
No.
to time your meals, your drinks,
No.
because I don't want to use any public bathroom. Or if I'm like walking in Navadwip, like where am I gonna go?
I have
You
no
know what I
issues
mean?
with this.
I mean, small time, not so big problem. Big time problem.
Big time, small time, anytime, no problem. No problem. Just, and then you're done. You know,
like,
or
you can't just do that.
well, you just squat it down.
It's
Turn it
harder
around.
to do that than you think.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you need to relax when you're doing that. If you're just straining
What
yourself.
relax?
Wait, are we,
It's not
are
a
we really
beauty
discussing
spot.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because this is a real issue
Okay.
with travel. Like, how do women use the bathroom? Like in the West, at least you stop at a McDonald's, you use the bathroom there. It's cleaned like every hour or
Easiest thing,
whatever.
You just squat. That's
But
it.
here, like, if I have to go to Navadwip, I don't eat the whole day until I come back
What?
because I don't want to have to use the
Okay,
bathroom
that's
at
fine.
all.
That's
you know
fine.
what I mean? Because where am I gonna go?
Okay.
One
Right.
time, I have to tell you this. One time we were on a bus because we were going to my husband's village because we only ever go to my husband's village. We go nowhere else. And I made the mistake. He packed a little meal or whatever, a snack or whatever. He made like some paneer, like a paneer bread. Normally, I know, don't eat anything until you get there. But we're sitting there and he's like, take a bite. And I was like, okay, just absentmindedly, I took a bite. Immediately, he like went, and it was there. And I was like,
It was there.
I was like, I have to use the bathroom right now. He's like, well, we're almost at the, it doesn't matter. No! And we're on the bus. We're at like Nandakumar. I don't know what this place was. It has the little people holding hands or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like the statue. Anyways, I see it in my brain. But yeah. And I'm like, we have to go. So then he tells the person like, hey, we need to stop at a bathroom or whatever. We stop somewhere. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know what it is. It's gray. It's dark. It's scary. I go, right? I'm like, I need water. It was the grayest water. I didn't get it. It was so nasty. It was gray. And I used that water. That's probably why I was infertile for so long. Like, it probably went up in there somewhere and did something. There was some swimmers in there, maybe. I don't know. But when you gotta go in India, it's a problem. You don't eat, you don't drink, because this is what happens. Where are you gonna go?
Girl, I feel you.
It was gray.
Oh my god.
What water was that? Why was it gray? Not even brown.
Girl
gray.
had to go. Girl had to
But
go.
you gotta go.
Okay, I can understand you being traumatized.
Heaven and hell cannot stop you when you go.
Oh my god.
Where will you go?
Wow. Ew, wow. That's
See?
a crazy story.
Yes.
Okay, I feel you. I, on the other hand, have no such issues. I went to Gurukul. They just treat us to be like little gremlins of life, you know? Like, we can eat anything, we can go anywhere, like, we're just tough. Like, I tell you. That gray water, I could drink it and not have a problem. My stomach would, like, we cool. We went to Gurukul. We survived worse than this. No problem.
Wait, hold up. You were in Gurukul?
Yeah, I was in Gurukul.
Ayo.
Yeah. I went to Rachitambra Maharaji's Gurukul. I went to Maharaj Gurukul. I didn't go to national school. Would have been cool to try that out, just to hit the big three, you know? But yeah, then I went to Smith's. And then I went to study abroad. Yeah. So Gurukul really prepped me, you know, that was good. I tell you.
Yeah.
Do you always bring like wipes, sanitary wipes?
I mean, I bring them, but I don't use it.
You don't use them?
No, I don't know.
Is that not good for like the general area?
Oh, you're talking about down there?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. Because that makes sense in an emergency. We don't want to use gray water. That makes you infertile.
Yes. You know? Like, yeah. After that, yeah. At the time, they didn't really have, you couldn't go to a Manik shop and buy wipes and whatever. So
Nothing.
This
So
was a
you're
while
all
back.
scoop-de-doo on
It's just like, get the water. Get the water. It was gray.
Speaking of water.
And I was like, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's so hard, I think, to travel in India as a woman. Like,
I
you
have a
really have to, like, think.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So you see people who listen to all these wild horror stories of
Yeah.
India. Why do we love it so much?
This is why I'm like, why am I
This
here?
is what I'm saying.
Why am I here?
I kind of love the chaos
I do.
in India.
I
Like,
love having a good story.
I don't know why,
You know?
but there's just something like most people I know in America, like, and I've had some friends who, I literally had a friend who came all the way with me from America. She was the mother of a friend of mine, and we together flew 18 hours, some 20-hour journey from like Florida to Chicago to Dubai, which is like some 12-hour trip. Dubai to Calcutta. We came to Mayapur. She stayed one day and decided she wanted to go all the way back home. She was terrified of India. One day, all that. She stayed literally one day. She was terrified for all her life and then flew all the way back. And I wonder what goes in these people's minds. Like, and what goes in ours? Are we like
Masochist?
dead, masochists, like
we just love the torture.
desensitized ourselves, like for me it's magic. There's a chaos.
Yeah.
You learn something new. Your ability to handle these kind of challenges makes you so much tougher. Like, I don't know, what would you say to people who look at India and very rightly say India's dirty, which it is. It is.
Yeah.
Sadly. I'm not going to have anyone tell me how dare you, India is dirty and it's dirty by Indians, sadly, who look at Westerners as the dirty ones. But fine, we're not going to get into that. But, it's a challenge you have to deal with. India is poor. Yes, that is a challenge we have to deal with. But I wouldn't pick anywhere else to live for some reason. I wouldn't live in America where it's all clean and bright and wonderful and everyone has their... I couldn't do it. Something about India, again, that vibe.
Yeah.
So,
something about India just feels like the real world. Like when I go back to America, it always feels like too polished and clean and fake.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't seem real. Like every time I go back to America, I'm really like sitting in the car and everyone's driving the same way. And nobody's honking their horns. Doing anything.
There's no goats on the road.
No goats. We don't have to wait for a cow to like get up and move. We don't have, you know what I mean? Like
it's unnatural.
It's just normal, I guess, but in a way it doesn't feel normal.
No.
And when I come here, I just, I love the chaos. I love having a story about a thing that happened. You know what I mean?
I'll be swerving, almost killed like a buri and 2 cows on the way here.
Yeah.
I feel at home.
This is right. This feels right.
Normal. What else have you got for traveling? If you guys have any questions for us on traveling in India, if you want us to follow up on this topic, please feel free to comment below on any of our channels. But for now, what else have you got on our channel?
Well, I was just thinking about, we constantly go through, what is it called? General seating.
Yes, our chaos right there.
I'm thinking about leaving it in. This is just the sound of Mayapur.
This is sound
not
effects.
waiting
Literally, this is part of our landscape.
Yeah. But, I hate general seating. But that's the only way I can get to my husband's village, the only place I go.
Okay.
It's the only way to get there is with the general. Do you know what I'm saying? So you never.
I've been general seating.
Where it's like packed.
Local train.
Yeah.
So my trick is, number 1, bring a newspaper and sit your ass down on the floor. Don't expect. I'd be sitting between the bathrooms, no problem. I'd be sitting between the bathrooms where there's like the the turning, the chamber of death kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it. Or if you're smart enough and you can, you scoop out one of the doors and then it's lovely, right? We did a trip like that. It was me and some friends. We went to Calcutta to watch a movie. I think it was me, it was Kala, it was Roma, it was Sati, and I think it was maybe Jala. We had all gone general class. And we ended up scrusting, real word.
Yeah.
We scrustified ourselves right in there. We put gumshoes, newspapers. We were playing cards, somehow on our knees. We were having like the ball of a time. But trying to get a seat, forget about it.
Yeah.
I'll be standing forever, so awkward. Yeah. But then you get one. Like I remember, when we had to go to Thailand, we had to go get general seating. Jen and I, we ended up getting a seat in the general. We sat next to this literally crazy Buri, and she was talking to us for 1.5 hours about some songs she used to sing, but we'd never heard of it in our life. And she was for 1.5 hours, and we were talking. Like I was talking to her, and then they saw a Bideshi, white boy talking Bengali to this literally crazy old Buri. Everyone started coming in. Like you build your own story. I'm never gonna forget that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's travel in India. That's why I say, just save yourself some time and spend the money. Get yourself a seat.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's nothing.
An assigned seat.
Yes.
And don't give
Book
it
ahead of time, and just do it.
Yeah.
Just make life easier for yourself. Until you're pro and you can handle all that.
Yeah. Because if you're gonna do sitting on a bus or sitting on a train, general seating, you need to be emotionally ready.
I'm not emotional.
You have to be emotionally ready.
I can't do buses.
Because I'm an American, I'm used to having space, personal space. The buses, the trains do not allow for that bubble of space.
No. Space what?
For you.
No.
Not at all, right?
No.
And I can't stand. It's packed. It's I'm talking really packed, and you can feel somebody's if you're sitting and you can feel their the bacon.
Prema.
Right up on your shoulder, and they're really putting it in there, letting you know that they have it. Do you
What
know
bus
what
is this?
Tell me you know what I'm talking
I
about.
want to see this
Never.
bus.
You've never had this experience?
Never.
Every time. Like on a bus
No.
or a train, if I'm sitting or if I'm standing, it's right up on my booty. And they're
I
there
have
just
never
like,
had this problem.
they're like, we're just trying to fit in. And they're like grinding right up on you.
I be telling you, I tried. Nobody
Oh,
wants to.
podcast
What can
ain't
I
got no
say? You know?
Disgusting.
What can I do?
We just scared creepo away. I'm so
That's
sorry.
never
But
happened to me.
this is why I'm traumatized though. Because I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like being touched. And I don't like being touched in that way.
If anyone ever did that to me, I'd turn around and slap them.
Yeah.
No, literally.
So Davey's not one to play around.
No, like even the Buris that touch me in the temple, I turn around, I take their hand, I'm like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Because no,
Be
some
nice
of
to the
them.
Puris.
Some of them.
Yeah, you from here, girl.
Some of them. I don't appreciate
Okay.
the touch.
Yeah.
Some of them buris have quite a push to them, though.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like,
I know.
I
So
turn
I-
around and I'm ready for a fight, and then I see
Some,
no
like,
one.
Some little
And then I have to
4-foot
look down, and there's a little boy. I'm like, okay, because you're a boy, I'm letting you out. But like, that was a mean push. 3 little fingers. Like, they have like the kung fu power. Like, India is chaos. That's just it. Like, do not expect Western values here. This just has its own flow. Like, India has its own way. You have to get pushed up on. You have to kind of like shove into it. That's like the whole. And like, I've heard some horror stories about the ladies' trains.
Really?
That seems to be vicious.
Really?
Like vicious.
Like what? Tell me. Because my husband's like, just take the ladies' straight if you don't like it. And we're
I
like,
hear
don't
that
wanna
it can be
like-
very catty,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, I've never been on a ladies' train.
Mm.
But you know, it can be very catty. But it's also at least no men there to kind of get no big one up you.
Yeah.
You know, like, so there's that.
I mean, I just.
No. No, I don't do buses. I don't.
Never.
I like trains. I'm a train. Like
But you've
Sheldon.
never done general,
No, I've done general.
but like so packed that people are pushing up against you? You never noticed the big one. The bacon was there. I noticed you.
Prema.
The bacon saw you.
No.
The problem is, I'm not gonna go further than
Girl,
that. I'm not.
you hush your mouth.
I'm just saying.
You hush your
I'm
mouth.
not saying anything after that.
You choke. So that's it. What else have you got for traveling? in
Well,
India?
where do you like to travel in India? Where do you like to go?
I've honestly done a lot of South India.
Mm.
South India.
I've always wanted to go to South India.
South India is beautiful. Like I've
Mm.
done Chennai, Rameshwaram, Coimbatore, Karnataka. Like I've done a lot of South India traveling. What I would like to do is get a little bit more into the mountains, but not like what do you say? Not like Manali and all that. I went to Kasol once. It was okay, but like I would love to go to Shimla, like mountain hill stations, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Darjeeling would be beautiful. We did Sikkim once, and definitely that whole Rajasthan thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Yeah.
that part of India I haven't seen yet. South India, I'm a South Indian boy, so it's,
Yeah.
it's okay. What about you? Where would you go in India?
We only ever go to the village.
The one village.
The one village.
By bus.
Bus, train, rickshaw, boat, more rickshaws. It's a journey. We do go to Puri every year.
Oh, Puri is lovely.
Love
Puri
Puri.
is lovely.
If you're looking for like history
Yes.
and architecture and, you know, pastimes, Puri's the place.
Yes.
Puri
it
is
is. It
the
really
place.
is. I just came back from there. I love Puri.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And you know, and then the whole like, did you get in the temple? Did you not? You know, like
yeah,
that's always like
Jagannath is always so nice. He's so merciful. He's really
you know,
sweet.
one time I didn't get in.
Really? Me
Really?
neither.
Well, you with your blue eyes, like
Yeah,
why?
So annoyed.
You know, you're gonna do that henna. You get in.
I do the
So
henna. I'm telling you, I'm
so
gonna do the
easy.
henna. I'm gonna do the henna today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the henna and see how crazy I come out.
I'm excited.
But where would you go in India?
So I love Puri. I would go back to Puri every year.
No, a new place, Prema.
If I was going to
New
a new place,
horizons.
like I said, I'm dying to go to South India. Dying to go to Jaipur. I've never been to Jaipur.
Jaipur,
I've been to
never been.
Vrindavan 3 times, never been to Jaipur.
Never been to Jaipur.
So beautiful.
Is
Where would
it?
you go?
See?
It's gorgeous.
Well, I'd go back to Meghalaya again.
Okay.
Beautiful place. Beautiful
Wow.
place. Mountainy, like waterfalls, like caves. I mean, you just go like, you go into the cave and then you just like jump over the railing and go like where you're not supposed to go in a cave.
What?
that kind of stuff. And like, I want to go like also like what's it called? What's that overseas? Andaman.
Yeah.
Andaman's actually in India.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
I've been there like 3 times already.
Yeah.
I'm Andaman out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's super beautiful. Like I love Andaman.
Yeah, Andaman.
Does Andaman, because I know there's like the Sentinel Islands that no one's allowed to go to. Are there like tribal people in the one that you can go to?
Yes, but you can't photograph them or anything. Like it's very government protected.
Like where you went, right? Like did you
I went to
see-
Havelock. No, that was when tourist.
Oh.
Tourist.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't go and see like tribals.
No, I
I've
wanted to
always
go and
wanted-
sit by the beach and do nothing.
The vacation I don't want.
Yeah, the vacation you didn't want, I went and had that. I was just
I
chilling.
want to do that with like Orissa. Like I want, Orissa still has like tribals. I want to like go see some tribals.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like this is how people used to live. How they used to dress.
Like a colonizer?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
they just showed
but no,
them
but I'm not
how
gonna
the
be like,
tribals
I have
live.
an iPad. like, I just want to like see. Like, I just want to see how people live, how they dress, what their culture is. I just love all that stuff.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's
I think
fascinating.
when I went in Puri to Ragurajpur, this little,
Mm.
you've been to Ragurajpur.
Mm-mm.
It's this tiny little village with possibly like, I would say max 30 houses,
Mm.
which is protected by the government because
Yes.
they're a generation in the line of artists. They do all the patachitras.
Okay.
Yes, they do all of those
I
paintings.
love Patachitra.
And they all learn, like, it's like their set family karma. You're born in a family like that, you paint, you draw.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that has been carried on for generations, painters for the Lord. So I find it very weird to see also, like, from that side of tribal life, like, what you are born into.
Mm.
You know, we have so much choice. We can do literally whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
To go and be face to face with somebody who was born into a dharma that they very slim chance of breaking out of
Mm-hmm.
is a little admirable that they stick to their dharma. They carry that generational.
Mhm. They see the value of
Yes.
what they do.
You know, there's not that many of them
I feel
left.
like Orissa in general, like that
Yes.
that culture is very prominent there. Like
Yes.
they all have some service for Jagannath and their fathers and grandfathers and great grandfathers and you
Yeah.
know like
One does the
it's
flag,
all-
one does
yeah.
the cooking, one does the temple.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, I always found that fascinating. So now we have sage advice,
Sage advice.
where we give you some
Advice.
advice.
Something.
Advise you.
Okay.
So somebody has asked, what are the pros and cons for youth considering moving to the Dham?
Okay. Pick your top three.
Okay. I was
Top-
going to say 1-1.
Oh.
1 pro, 1 con.
Oh, one pro, one con.
Maybe 2. I mean, you do what?
One pro to coming to Mayapur, really.
Uh-huh.
There's more than one pro to coming.
Well, Mayapur is the pro.
Mayapur is the
it's
pro.
in of itself, like
A pro of coming to Mayapur is your life will change forever. Forever.
Mhm.
There's just no denying that.
Mm-hmm.
You come to Mayapur, you live in Mayapur as a youth here with the freedom that we have, your ability to live in a community not entrapped by like over there in the West where you can't really live your proper, how should we say, a real life with yourself. That's a pro to come to Mayapur. And a lot of parents are seeing that. That's why there's so many kids in Mayapur.
Oh, yeah.
What's your pro for Mayapur?
My pro would be, I don't even know.
Girl!
No, a pro would be.
I would say the safety for children.
Okay.
Is a pro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's safer here?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in many ways.
Like
Yeah.
anywhere else, you won't see children first of all driving scooters
Yeah.
at like 15.
Yeah. I started at 12.
12.
Like,
I've seen 10. Okay.
yeah.
I've seen kids.
How is that safer?
That's
Like,
not safe, but what I'm saying
Is that there's a space
the
for that
chance-
here.
Yeah, the chances for anything to happen to the child is like not that high compared to anywhere else. Like
Yeah.
the children have the safety to be able to drive around at night in a safe environment.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to go out worrying about your safety at any given time of the day.
That's true.
Like,
I completely
I
agree.
feel safe even if I'm driving at 12 o'clock at night coming back from like New Year's temple.
Same.
So like for me, I've never felt unsafe here.
Yep.
I never felt unsafe in America either, but I think I'm just stupid.
I feel like anywhere else in the world, if you're walking on the streets at like
Yes.
10 or 12, there is that
There
feeling
is
of
danger.
danger around.
There is danger.
And there is danger.
There is.
There's danger everywhere, but I feel like since Mayapur is such a small community as well, it's not as prominent here as it would be anywhere else.
Mm.
What about you, Creeper? What's a pro
I
for
wouldn't
Mayapur?
advise going out in the middle of the night. I'm just saying, in
I'm just
general.
saying it's
In
safer
general.
here.
Yeah, it is. I would say it's safer here.
Yeah.
There's just that feeling you get off the boat, you come from Calcutta, you cross the railroad tracks, or you get off Swarabganj here.
Oh my god.
I could walk butt naked on the street 2 a.m. Would not care. Like,
It's like
I
home.
know
It's
I'm
like
safe.
your
I'm
home,
home.
you know?
This place is like shanti and protected. I have no fear in Mayapur. Versus even being somewhere like Vrindavan or
Yeah.
somewhere like, Ayodhya or Chennai or Calcutta or whatever,
Yeah.
Like Mayapur to me is like, that's a big pro. And that's why I guess we have so many parents and their kids here because Mayapur is very kid friendly.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your pro for Mayapur?
Well, taking on to what Sudevi said, I would also I guess add on to safety also from a more psychological standpoint.
Okay.
Kind of specific for children, but even more for teenagers.
Okay.
Classical. I mean, the classical association that you get
Okay.
in
that's
the
true.
West, even from the Krishna consciousness, obviously Krishna consciousness, you get a good association, but even from a purely material standpoint,
Yes.
the
You got people to hang out
You got
with,
people
you
to hang
know,
out with.
pressure,
chance of getting into drugs or anything like that is percentage,
Okay. I guess I can see that. There's quite a big youth gang here in Mayapur as well.
Yeah.
Was that your sneeze? Looks so tiny.
I thought you just breathed. I didn't.
Yeah, that was a sneeze.
I was trying to keep it low.
I'm like, the neighbor here is.
Don't let me distract you.
Something that I do like about Mayapur is you can learn any devotional thing here. You know, whether you take a formal class or there's some service to be done and you start kind of find yourself with that group and then you sort of
Yes.
learn how to make flower arrangements or you get some
It's true,
ideas
I
for
never thought about
decorating
that.
or you don't get that anywhere. Anywhere else it's sort of basic and I feel like here is the hub of what's in.
Yes,
You
it's
know?
true. Bhakti Shastri course is the best here. In Mayapur, it's at least when I did Bhakti Shastri, I don't know how it is now, but I loved it. I would not have taken Bhakti Shastri anywhere else. And you can walk down Tarnpur Road and it's
Yeah.
really nice and chill. It's true.
Yeah.
What about cons?
Where do I begin? What are your what would you say a con of moving here is?
Well, I don't want to diss Mayapur too much,
No.
so I'm going to give one con. The economy here
Mm-hmm.
is not so good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is not a place to come and make a business life. Although money can be made if you just put yourself out there in service to the devotees. For example, look at Bhagavan. Bhagavan managed to create an internet service providership for everyone in Mayapur, and I don't know if he's making moolah or not, but that is one example of having a foothold from a business perspective and spiritually advancing the devotees' capabilities. You know what I mean? So, but it's still difficult, Mayapur is not an economic place. So learn how to find something online. Learn how to come with your money bags already full, and that's because that's a con. Otherwise, although things are cheap here, so it's technically a half con, still, money is not good to be made here in
Exactly.
Mayapur, unless you build buildings and destroy the landscape.
Yeah.
But,
Hate it.
Please don't do that.
no, don't do that.
Yeah, but I mean,
They will.
I've been saying this forever too. The average pay here is 6,000 rupees. a month.
What? Really?
It was a few years ago. Now maybe it's gone up to 8 or 10.
It should be 10 at least.
You know? But then rent is like 12.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay for your electricity, your food, your kids' schooling.
Your
None of that is
maintenance
free.
and all that.
You know what I mean? If you need a pillow, you need a blanket, you need a mattress, you need anything, you know? None of that is cheap.
Because of the Westerners, yeah.
You know? And none of that, it's not possible on the income that they provide here. So yeah, I've been saying this forever. You need to give people a livable wage. They can't even afford a place to live.
Yep.
What to speak of their necessities.
I agree.
Can't have a family. That's why you end up seeing like these divided families where the husband is off somewhere making money, and it's like, how can you have a healthy family unit when the father's not there?
Exactly, because like they believe in the power of the Dham to come and live here, but the money does not work itself out. Nobody can truly, like, you know, unless...
And no one's asking for, like, lots of money either, just a livable, you know?
Livable wage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What do you guys think?
I would say education. I feel like there's not a lot of options in terms of education if you want to choose a school to be in or progress further.
Bhakti Thakur Institute, no?
Smiths?
Yeah, Smiths.
I'm a
But
Smiths
after
boy.
Smiths, if you want to go to university, if you want to... You know, like...
Girl.
What?
Girl.
I'm not talking about me.
No. You're talking to literally the Mr. Education here in Mayapur. With your Smith's degree, you can go to any university in the world.
Yes, no, I'm saying you can, but if you wanted to do it in Mayapur...
Well, they're actually, to interject, I mean, not saying that it is, but there is talks of eventually in the coming years setting up like a college here.
Yes.
Yeah, and
A
that's
spiritual
great.
university.
But what I'm saying is if you wanted to do university here and progress here, you're not able to do that.
What do you mean, like a sort of like an online university type of thing?
Online.
I don't understand what you mean. Like, if you wanted to go to university physically.
Yeah.
We have to build a university here.
Yeah, that's, you know,
Okay. I'm a big fan of people going abroad for university.
Same. I was like, get out of here. Why do you want a university here?
Yes.
You don't have enough?
Yeah.
kind of brings in, you know, what I was gonna say as a con, again, not to diss Mayapur, but as a con, which can actually be taken as a pro also, depending on how you look at it, depending on what you're looking for, is that it's extremely chill.
Yes.
So that can be, if you're in a stage of life where you want to grow and you want to progress and you want to learn, you want to like develop, gain skills, it can be a con. Yeah. Because people usually come here to like retire and just be happy and sit back and go eat your puchkas in the evening and like
retired old worlds.
It's nice, it's like peaceful, but like if the overall mood and like the community isn't very geared towards like grinding and like getting out there and like doing things, you know. So it can, as I said, it can be a pro if you're looking for like, you know, just sitting back and enjoying life. But if you're looking for, you know, that grind, that like inspiration, then a group of like-minded individuals. I'm saying like even if you're trying to do things online, a group or a society of like-minded individuals, like it's hard, like it's possible, but it's hard to find people like that.
Yeah. I know.
So
that's why you go to the West and you learn some skills, because we do live in a little bit of a bubble here.
We really do.
We're a little sheltered in a bubble, so it's kind of good to go out. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely have that experience here where it's like you want to do something and you're like enthusiastic and you're ready and everyone's like, well, I gotta go. I was invited to the kirtan and I gotta go for that. And then somebody invited me for lunch, I gotta go to that. You're just like, I just need an hour of your time! Please! I'll give you money!
That will never change about me. Like, I'll be like, ooh, kirtan mail, I got to go, bye. Like,
yeah, like that, yeah.
No,
it's like there's something
they're just like, they're already in Goloka here. They're just like, we're here like trying to grind, trying to get you guys money, trying to get Mayapur on the map, and you're like,
it's like, it's like, do you know how many times I've told people I gotta go for work, and they're like, you work? And it's like, yes, people work, you know, like.
No work. It's not for me. Like, I have to. I want to do that. I want to do this one.
Just,
I like this one. This one's pretty cool. All right, everyone. Enough yakking
Wait, you didn't
away.
hear my con. I would have my
Wait,
con.
you said you con.
I didn't.
mean, you said
what
you
was
con.
my con?
What was your con?
I don't. Well, I was agreeing
Okay.
with all of you, except the university thing. I don't know what to do with that.
Please
But
con
well,
away.
I was just thinking that if you're not engaged in a service here, it can get very lonely.
Yes.
It can get very lonely. Like for me, like I know I felt very lonely in Mayapur when I'm not doing dramas or this or whatever. You know, like everyone's relationships are generally centered around service in Mayapur. So if you don't find yourself in something, you're a recluse, you know. So I mean that's a con, I guess, in a weird way. Like
Depends how
it
much
can be
effort you put
lonely.
in.
Yeah,
I think sinking into the loneliness is a personal choice. You know, you have
Exactly.
to fight it.
but I mean
But
like
it's true. If you have a service, you have a group. Of course, we shouldn't, discourage anyone from wanting to come to Mayapur. It's still the best place
That's why I encourage you to do a service.
on earth. Yeah. But it's true. You have to have a group of people with whom you can work with. You need to have a bond. You need to have a bit of a routine because at the end of the day, Mayapur is a village. So you don't have that city life expectancy where you can survive on your own because the city is very anonymous. You can go under the radar and do nothing and stay in your home, and that's fine. The city runs like that.
Right.
But in a little village, we're very small, and our impact is noticed by others. We will notice everyone else's patterns as well as ours. So it's important to have yourself a little bit of a network here, some friends or a routine that helps you get out. I'm learning that too. I'm such a recluse, but I need to get out of it because really,
Same.
I love it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of
I
a
get
problem.
like that too, and my New Year's resolution one year was just whatever people offer you, just say yes. And it was great. I did so much service. I met up with some friends, had a chat. I was invited to things. That was a great year.
What about kombucha?
No. 200 subscribers.
200 subscribers and you trash kombucha?
I told you.
Oh my God.
On camera.
On camera. Send the word out. Send the word
We're
out.
almost there, right?
Yeah.
We're at 156, so we just need 44 more.
Thank you for watching this week's episode on traveling. We hope you liked it. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and get in touch with us if you guys have any questions about our productions here.
Yeah, and be sure to check out the links below to find out more about us. You can also catch us here on YouTube, but we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Thanks for now you say thanks for watching. Yeah,
Thanks for watching the. Wait, what?
Thanks for watching our show.
I mess it up each time. Thanks everyone for watching our show.
Be good to each other and be good to yourselves, and thank you for being
damn
damn
good.
good. Here it is this week. Sorry, Nam.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,